What's good, YouTube? My name is Raheem the GOAT, and I make content on how you can become the best version of yourself. So stay tuned. Now, today, I wanted to speak on the topic of anxiety. And if you are struggling with anxiety right now, I actually have 3 ways that you can relieve that anxiety and go from feeling very tense, overwhelmed, and stressed to very calm and relaxed. We're going to get right into it. Quite some time ago, I began implementing these techniques, and it really helped me relieve my anxiety. I used to struggle with anxiety a lot. Like back then, I had high levels of anxiety nearly all the time. I could barely sleep, I could barely eat. I wasn't able to be consistent in life. But as soon as I began practicing these techniques that I'm about to share with you, my anxiety, it's almost like it just went away. Now, I still have anxiety from here and there, but I barely have anxiety issues ever since I started doing this. So, number one is you have to practice being mindful. What you have to do is you have to practice mindfulness, basically being aware of your thoughts and how you feel, and that can help you live more in the moment, like be present and aware with your surroundings. So number one is meditation, and there's a lot of different ways that you can meditate, but what I tend to do is I focus on my breath. I focus on my breathing. So I'll breathe in and I'll breathe out, and what that does is you are bringing introspection to your body. You're bringing awareness to what's going on within your body. And that can be really good because a lot of the times you're not aware of what's going on within your body. That can really help give you a sense of calmness and relaxation. So I meditate in that way. That's one way I meditate. Breathe in, I breathe out. I'll focus on how my body feels and the rising and the falling of my breath. And a lot of the times I'll even put on some ocean sounds in the background, and it just helps me relax even more. So number two, I like to be out in nature and go for walks and things like that. What that does is it helps you focus on the external as far as nature and what's going on inside of you. What's going on outside of you. So what you want to do when you're having problems with anxiety is try to get out of your head and have a sense of what's going on in your body and what's going on outside of your body. Those are 2 ways that you can meditate, and it's like a process. Of course, it doesn't happen overnight, but I feel like over the long term, you definitely will have a sense of peace and calmness. Don't feel discouraged if it doesn't work the first time you do it, because it's going to take, the process goes like this. Whether you're meditating and focusing on what is going on within, or you're meditating and focusing on what's going on outside of you, like nature and stuff like that, it gets you out of your head and out of your thoughts, and you just have less thoughts. What you're going to do is you're going to try your best to focus on, let's just say, the rising and the falling of your breath, or just focus on nature or trees or whatever. And you'll notice that as you're doing that, you just automatically, your mind starts to wander and you start to think about random things. And this is completely normal. As soon as you realize your mind is no longer in focus, then you just gently bring your mind back to focusing on whatever it is that you need to be focusing on, that you're finding difficulty focusing on. And you just keep doing that until your mind doesn't wander anymore. And this works wonders. I've been doing this for about 4 to 5, 6 months, and it's great. Feel tremendously less anxiety, and they really don't tell you this. And the third way to relieve anxiety is to journal. And what you want to do is you want to write down your thoughts, however they come. Just write them down in the most authentic and genuine way. What that does is it helps you process your thoughts. I would highly recommend that you use a pen and a paper instead of typing it on your phone, because I found that when I do it on pen and paper, because you write slower than you type, your mind has a chance to process those thoughts a lot more effectively since it's slower. And when you start to journal for like a few weeks and you do it more consistently, you're gonna find that you start to get deep in your thoughts. I was journaling last night, and I got really deep in my thoughts, and I was like, what am I even writing about? Like, it was insane. Ever since I've done these 3 things, I haven't had any issues with anxiety, if any at all. Very little. Of course, there are other things that you must do to relieve your anxiety. Mind you, now some people are gonna be like, oh yeah, I have clinical anxiety, I have generalized anxiety disorder. I literally went to a therapist and they told me I had anxiety. I was prescribed anxiety medicine. I don't even need anxiety medicine anymore at all. I don't even use it. I don't need it. I barely have anxiety issues. Basically what you want to do is try to find a way to be at peace with yourself. So it all starts from within, because ultimately I feel like taking pills and medication is good, but it's only a short-term fix. It's not a long-term fix to, over the long run. All it's really gonna do is just make you feel better in the moment. Those are the 3 ways that you can relieve your anxiety, and I will be making more videos in the future involving anxiety and depression, how to gain more focus, be more confident, stuff like that. If you are interested in learning more, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.